I mean, I personally feel like murder is wrong.
I don't. See, I'm not there. That's not where I'm at. I don't live there.
Give Convince me otherwise, because it's possible. You know what
No.
I mean? Like that's my point. It's like on a whole, murder is likely wrong, but I could be convinced. So I changed my shirt. Did you change your shirt?
I did. I did. A new fresh, crisp one.
A fresh, crisp shirt. So it looks like this is a brand new day.
I mean, it feels like it.
It feels like it. It feels like it. And really, it's just post last podcast, and we want to talk about death more. Because what else is there?
I
I
mean,
like how that's a question that comes up. What
it's
else
not
is there?
is not death life too? Like
Of
we're
course.
always it's for some of us we're running away, but at this point I feel like I'm running towards that.
Every day we're closer to death.
Yeah.
Every moment.
Every moment, every breath brings us closer. I don't know why I remember this thing that resonated with me that someone said that you're like born with a certain number of death or breaths, and so the
Yeah.
more of them that you take, and then you're holding your breath, and all of these things. It's like we're engrossed in death, but we fail to see it because we're so afraid and against
Mhm.
it. Like there's the reverence of it is so gone that everything's like and I feel like that's also what helps perpetuate the ego because the ego is of course trying to keep us alive,
Mhm.
but so then what is the opposite? Is it the liberation? You know?
I have gas. I just need to say that out loud. I just had some potato salad and I am instantly gassy from it, like in my stomach.
Gross.
Yeah, this is gross. Anyhow, let's just keep talking about more death.
It's gross.
We may or may not edit that part out. Fully though, how can we even describe it? And I love that you brought this up about the breath thing too, because I remember learning about that somewhere, maybe in my yoga studies somewhere. It's like, this is how many, you're born with this many breaths. I go, okay. So the very logical side of me is going, well, then why would I exercise so hard? Why would like, I'm exercising to prolong my life because I want to be fit and healthy, but I'm panting now because I'm exercising hard and breathing quicker. So am I prolonging my life or am I shortening my life if it's a number of breaths?
So, and I want to, because I want to use you for an example because you have that ring thing and it gives
Yes.
you a lot of information, even about things like your breath. You're using your breath intentionally and quickening it on purpose so that
Hmm.
in your day to day, it's
My other
not
breaths
as
are,
heavy. Correct. They're
and they're
calmer, they're
deeper.
longer. You
Yeah.
you have more space between them because you're allowing yourself to do it in with intention first. And
Hmm.
so then the unconscious part then takes over and is like, okay, we've did that thing. Now let's calm our nervous system.
Hmm.
Let's bring back the regulation of the breath.
Yeah. So it all kind of balances out. It's all
Right.
for the greater good.
Always is,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm. It's reminding me of this class I sat in. Like, this is an ego story. And they the instructor wanted us to count our breaths because this was part of the practice, was to then go through a breathwork practice and then count again to see if it had slowed. And the instructor was expecting, I think, our breath count per minute to be like high. And I was feeling very zen there. Like, it's a yoga class I was learning. And I just very relaxed. And I remember counting how many breaths I took in the minute. And it was like 6 or 7, like something that's like pretty low. And he's like, no, you're lying. I'm like, oh, okay.
Excuse me.
I guess I'm lying. Or I'm calm and I've worked on my breath a lot and it's just low. Like,
What an ego, because you say like, this is an ego story for you. What an ego story for the teacher, Like,
Or that, yeah, yeah.
bro, come, because he's so evolved. He's above you.
Right.
It's
Right, right. But you're lying.
impossible. Like,
Yeah. And then me in my just like open mind, I'm like, am I lying? Maybe I did.
it didn't work out.
Did I try too hard?
Do I need to go back to third grade and remember arithmetic? Like,
Yeah.
how
This
do
is
I?
my perfectionism coming out. How many breaths do you want me to take in a minute? I'll just do that.
You're like, what's the expected number?
Yeah, yeah. What's the expected?
That's where I am.
That's the one. That's the answer. Oh gosh. Yeah, so speaking of deaths, I had a lot of deaths during that period of time too.
Oh, I'm sure. The introduction of those kinds of experiences, like I remember when I first started to meditate, like the
Mm.
death after I was literally combating life, just karate chopping my way through these death experiences.
Swatting them away like mosquitoes or bringing them all in. Which one?
Both.
Both, yeah.
It's because then the invitation is to integrate them back, and so it's
Hmm.
like,
I am the mosquito. Yeah. I just love this idea. We're calling it deaths and dying and killing of the ego, which is dramatic, but I also think it needs to be a bit dramatic because it's profound.
right.
You know, when we actually move through a feeling that something has died, whether it's an idea, a thought, a pattern, it is profound on the other side of that. I'll use my own relationship as an example because I have been, as you know, struggling for years trying to discern what even is. What is this? Who am I? Who am I in it? What's my role? How much effort do I engage in? All of the things, obviously. And
Yeah.
now that the relationship part of it, the romantic relationship part of it, I'll say specifically, is officially over, it feels obvious. Like it feels obvious in that part of my spirit or my soul is feeling liberated and free because it died or it surrendered. Like I don't know what word to use, but there's no going back. Like that's the feeling that is the strongest, and I don't even know clearly how to describe it because I'm over here just mumbling, but there's no going back. There's just that statement alone has so much feeling behind it that I can't say it any further than just those words,
Yeah.
while at the same time the rebirth of what our relationship now looks like feels also so beautiful. It's like this whole baby that needs nurturing and coddling now too. I don't know if coddling's the right word, but we've begun anew.
Yeah.
Something died, we died, our marriage died, we'll call it that. And now it feels like, okay, so who do we get to be now in relation, having children together and caring about one another so deeply? Reverence is that word I've been using multiple times over. But it's like that death was the hardest for
Mhm.
sure lately and took the longest, but feels so powerful
Mhm. Mhm.
as
Yeah.
an example of of the feeling of what that means in reality.
Right. Yeah. What yeah, it's so interesting like the even just the idea of it dying but still existing essentially, right? Because
Right, changing form.
it's now something new, right? And to me it's this like level of activation of, and I guess let's just use like genes in and of themselves, right? Like the gene itself, it's either on or it's off. It doesn't go anywhere. And so it's now you're shutting one down and another one is activated, right? And now you get to see the power of that activation of what is this new experience that we've just turned on. We've turned something off, right? The romantic side of it has been turned off, and now it's a new cell, a new experience, and with a new mitochondria and a new nucleus and all of these
Yeah.
things, and it's turning on, and now you're playing that part out.
Hmm.
And that's the part where it's like you're not going back because that other thing is off. or dead, however you want to describe it, and
Yeah.
you're stepping into the new one.
I know, and this is where it gets so convoluted. And I'm just so fucking grateful. I'll just say that too. Because where it's convoluted, and I think where maybe people get hung up in these types of situations is not being honest with themselves about who they are and how they want to show up to it, or wanting to feel right, or wanting the last word, or whatever the reasons are that we disagree in the first place. Ego shit, right? But it's still me. Like, have I changed so much post breakup that I'm a new person entering this new gene sequence? No. Like, it's still me. So that's where it feels so convoluted, because it's like, well, who am I? Who am I? Right?
Okay, so that idea just brought me to this. I don't know if it's a metaphor. Oh, it doesn't matter, right? Where you have a ship, and each board is replaced, and at what point does the ship become new?
Yeah. 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 So true. But and we're all doing it constantly. I guess
Right.
this is part of how we grow and how we
That's
evolve and how we shed the preconceived notions of what it is to be human in this society. It's the deconditioning, it's the reconditioning of the
yes.
boards,
Or the replacement of
the
the boards.
replacement.
Also, the seeing, and this to me, I think, is also in relation to relationships where you are seeing the defect of that board and deciding to take it off to put it
Mm,
on.
mm, mm. And who's making the decision and when?
I mean, someone, but and that's right. But the thing with the relationship too is there's two people involved. Someone has to. Otherwise, the ship will stay the same, and
Yeah,
then it'll deteriorate, and then you can't take it out to sea. It's no longer floatable.
right.
And
Or
it's like
safe even.
or
Yeah.
safe, yeah. And if you think about too relationships, like one of you can take a board and one of you can replace a board if you are in congruence to that. And I think for both you and I, that wasn't the case. We were taking the boards off and trying to replace them consistently.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is it a shared ship or is it our own ship?
Well, that's the question I think we get to decide in relationship. Do you want to share this ship or do you want me to be the captain and the guy that does the work, the shipwrecker?
The shipwreck, yeah, the pirate,
The pirate. Like, what's the role
the
here?
kraken that comes and fucking drowns it.
The monster in the sea,
Yeah,
right?
Ursula. I have Ursula socks. Actually, Jimmy bought them for me, which is so funny. I love them. Yeah.
No, for real. It's yeah, it's all about decision too, choice. Like and sometimes you have to just choose for one's self, for the both of you.
Oh, that's where I struggle so much. Like, who am I to make a decision for somebody else,
I think
or about somebody
yeah,
else? But I
yeah.
guess it never really is that, because it's always about us at the end of the day.
Oh, it always is. Like let's not be let's unhumble. It's
Mm-hmm.
always about us. It's
Mm-hmm.
not until you get to say that though. Like that's the reality. Who cares? Is
Right.
it is it superficial? Is it selfish? It doesn't matter.
Doesn't
I
matter. Right. The ship is rotting,
right,
and if we want to stay afloat, we need to do something about it.
right. Yeah. Hmm.
It's a great metaphor.
I love that one so much. Like think about the ship all the time.
The ship. If you had a boat, what would you name it?
Okay, I don't know why, but this is also the first thing that came to my mind. One of the I named my cell phone this.
Your
Have you ever
cell phone?
my cell phone? It was called Sally Jesse. Because you remember Sally Jesse
Oh
Raphael
yeah.
talk show?
Is there so much drama on your phone that you named her
It was
Sally
just its
Jesse?
own talk show. I don't know.
That's great. That's great. I like that.
Sally Jesse.
I
Hold
love it.
hold the Raphael part.
Yeah, hold the Raphael. Okay. I like that. I don't have an answer to that question, so don't ask me.
No, don't answer.
Um, but I do enjoy. Do you watch Dexter?
I have.
Speaking of death
Speaking of
or
murder.
murder, speaking of so much murder, That show like really makes you think though about
Oh, for
what's
sure.
right and wrong.
Oh, I don't even I question him not.
Yeah,
Like,
I know
sure.
it's so
People
fascinating.
deserve to die? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Because
I
what is he
thought
doing?
his boat was called Slice of Life.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was just brilliant. That's brilliant writing.
That's actually, man.
Once again,
That,
it can go in
I was gonna
multiple
say that can
directions.
take me in so many different places
Yeah.
because who is the decider? Who isn't the decider? Going back to your original conversation, is death even bad? And then I
Mhm.
have to question, is murder bad? Like I do this all of the time. I do this all of the time.
Mhm.
And if it wasn't, if it is actually innately bad, then why would we have a judicial system that allowed for it to happen in certain instances and circumstances, right?
Mhm. Via a judgment. Yeah. Mhm.
Is it actually innately bad? No, not really, actually at all.
In fact, it's a justification,
Right. It serves a purpose.
serves a purpose. Ooh,
We've all agreed on it.
right. Well, there's
Where do you
probably
draw
people
the
that
line?
disagree, but what did you say?
I said, where do you draw the line,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
I mean, someone has to. I'm not the decider.
Yeah, like the literal lifeline.
The lifeline, truly, right? It's in the courts, I guess. I don't know. But who made the who made those judgments? Somebody else before them. They're
Right.
just following the
And who
rules.
made the judicial school to teach right and wrong? Yeah. Well, this is why we have these conversations.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I personally feel like murder is wrong.
I don't. See, I'm not there. That's not where I'm at. I don't live there.
Give Convince me otherwise because it's possible. You know what I
No,
mean? Like that's my point. It's like on a whole, murder is likely wrong, but I could be convinced.
sure. Yes. Yes. I think I've thought that up until a point where I'm like, no,
Yeah, but
you're
you're in a different realm than most of us.
bullshit. I don't even know where I live.
I don't even know. What, quite
I don't know where I
literally.
exist. Find me. Send help.
Send help. Send a ship. Is this why it's called friendship?
Okay, now we've gone too far. We've gone.
Have we? I feel like you and I could build a really solid ship. I feel like we already have. Yeah, our ship runs on. Oh, Abmari left. Maybe our ship doesn't run on anything. I think we officially killed the internet, or she did. I'm not going to take responsibility for that.